Hello and welcome. Today I want to give you 5 strength training exercises that will really fire up your metabolism. These are things that are going to help you build nice lean muscle mass. And that lean muscle mass is going to burn 3 times more calories than any fat mass you have. So muscle cells burn 3 times more than fat cells. That's fantastic. Putting on lean muscle mass is one of the key ways to keep your metabolism fired up and burning more calories at rest every single day. Not to mention it burns calories while you do it. So let's get into it. Number 1, the push-up. The press movement. So down in a plank position, hands directly under your shoulders. You're going to lower your straight body down to the ground. Push up with an exhale, keeping the elbows in tight. Lower down. Push up with an exhale, keeping those elbows nice and in tight. Keep your body as straight as a board all the way through the movement. Tight core. Hands directly under shoulders. Push down with some force and really focus on your pectorals and your front delts as you push yourself away from the floor. Make sure you're pushing yourself all the way up to get the full range of motion and allowing yourself all the way down to the ground, again, for the full range. Next, rows. So complementing the push-up, we're gonna work the back. You need a couple of chairs and a broom handle, and you can do this movement right at home. So, hanging onto the broom handle, pull your chest up with an exhale by driving the elbows back. You want to focus on pinching your shoulder blades together behind you. You're pivoting off the heels of your feet. If you need to make it a little easier, bring your feet flat and let your knees bend. Again, just driving those elbows back, really pinching the back muscles together, the upper back there, and exhaling as you do so. Great movement that you can do with a broom handle and a couple of chairs. Next, let's look at bicycles. The bicycle crunch is done on the floor with hands just beside your ears. You crunch up to meet one elbow with the opposite knee and then relax back down. Other one, alternate. When you get good at that movement, you can start going without going all the way back down to the mat. Just keep twisting. Notice how my hands are light at my ears. I'm not pulling on my neck. Keep your gaze up above you at a little bit of an angle, but not crunching your head too far. You really want to keep a nice little angle, looking up, and just twist back and forth as your knees bicycle. It's a fantastic movement that's really going to work your core. Now let's look at body weight squats. This is one of the quintessential movements for strength training, and it really does a lot for the back of your upper legs. You've got to sit back as if in a chair, keeping your knees behind your toes. Sit back and deep, down to 90 or more if you can, and then exhale as you squeeze your glutes forward to come back up to standing position. Accentuate the squeeze. Get a lot out of this by just focusing on the muscles that bring you back up to standing. Make sure you're sitting back deep as if in a chair. Keeping the feet parallel. Don't let them splay out like this. Really keep them nice and in line. Sit back and deep and squeeze the glutes forward. Fantastic movement to really build some good muscle in your legs. There's a lot of muscle there. That means a lot of metabolism potential in your legs, so work on squats for sure. The last movement is just a plank. Down on your elbows. Elbows can be right underneath your shoulders. You're keeping a really tight core here. Everything's solid in your stomach. The glute squeeze to keep your legs in line, and just hold it. You got to remember not to hold your breath. Keep breathing normally. With each breath, it's going to contract that core even more, squeezing your stomach muscles. If you want to make it harder, kick your elbows out further, and if you'd like to make it easier, bring them in closer. Hold it, and remember to breathe naturally. Keep everything in line. Tight glutes and a tight core. Really great way to build your abdominal strength, your core stability. With these 5 movements, you can put on some nice lean muscle mass that's gonna help you burn more calories throughout the day, even while you rest. Remember, the muscle cells take 3 times more calories than fat cells. So the more muscle cells you can put on, the more the calories are gonna burn off, and you're gonna look leaner and feel better. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again.